Oh, good morning, Grandma.
Good morning.
Yeah, so we're here in, what, Derry? Yeah.
In Derry.
We're in Derry.
A beautiful city.
Beautiful city. Has a lot of history, too.
Oh, lots of history, lots of troubles, but absolutely gorgeous city.
Yeah.
The River Foyle runs through it. It's a huge river and just beautiful.
Yeah, I don't, you've probably heard about Derry. They've been in the headlines for several different things, usually bombings and things like that, but it's really interesting. We were here, and I never really ever felt threatened at all.
No.
Just really nice people. We've run into really nice people, and it's kind of a shame that they get a lot of negative publicity every time something happens here. It gets publicized all around the world, but I really think it's quite a wonderful city.
It really is, and since the peace process in the late 1990s, why it's beginning to grow and prosper, and they built a peace bridge between the two sides of the city. And Aaron and one of our fellow travelers walked across the bridge and back yesterday, and it's really beautiful. And we've enjoyed our stay here. Very nice hotel, and just been a very enjoyable time. Yesterday we went up over into Donegal, which is part of the Irish Republic, and to the most northern part of Ireland. It's the absolute end of the Irish land, and it's to a place called Inishowen, and absolutely picture postcard beautiful country, and saw cottages with thatched roofs and cattle grazing, and just the way you would think of Ireland. And your impressions?
Oh yeah, well the guide told us flat out that it's the best weather she's ever seen. It's the most clear, and we really lucked out. We had the luck of the Irish there, and we got to see a really fantastic view that most travelers don't ever get to see, and most locals don't see often. So we were very fortunate to see that. Let's see, what else did we do? We came back and we had a nice dinner.
And we had a tour of Derry.
Oh, we had a tour of Derry.
And walked on the city walls. It's one of the few cities in Europe that maintain its walled city, at least partial of the walls from the Middle Ages. And so we got to walk on those. And that was very colorful. When we were up on the peninsula, we were in a little town whose name at the moment escapes me, but it's very close to the end of Ireland out there. And it was typical, just the way you would picture an Irish small town. They have a police force, probably one or two, and we passed their offices, and there were window boxes full of flowers, and they are open only 4 hours a day, so you can see that the crime rate is not very bad in this town up there on the peninsula. It must be a lovely place to live. Anyway, today we'll be off for further adventures, and we'll tell you about them tomorrow.
Yeah, but before we go, I had another thought. Our guides yesterday were really wonderful. I think we talked about Carolyn earlier, who was from Derry, and she just had some fantastic stories to tell us about her life, which was really interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And then we had another guy named Roland, and he was asking a lot of questions, and Grandma was pretty much the only one answering the questions. And so he was talking about Grandma, and he called her the queen of the group, and everyone laughed and nodded in agreement. It was kind of fun.
They've taken to calling me Granny, which is somewhat delightful and somewhat disconcerting. But I'm getting used to it.
Yeah. The people on our tour they've made this trip very wonderful for us. They're so caring, so kind. They're very patient people. They're always kind of checking in on us, checking in on Grandma, making sure when she goes down steps that she has me or them if I'm not there. Always just kind of giving a smile every once and then and now and then, and just delightful people.
Yes, it's just been a great journey so far.
Yeah,
we're looking forward to today, and which reminds me that we have to get upstairs or we'll miss our bus.
Yeah, we better get going. Okay, catch you next time.